Hey, all my crafting friends. I am going to be making a Christmas card with you. And I'm so new to the card making world that most of the time I have no problem saying this. I am just going through Pinterest, kind of finding things that I like and then recreating them with supplies that I have, because I don't have all the stamps in the world. I don't have a lot of stamps to begin with. Christmas ones I do, but regular stamps and dies, I definitely do not have dies. A lot of the stamps I even don't have the dies to. I try and use my Pixie scan and cut, which is what I'm going to be probably, I don't know if I'll have to use it today. I might though. But I got this stencil. I love the ho 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 look. I'm obsessing a little about Santa this year because I have a Santa tree and a bunch of things that I'm doing. And I wanted to do this. Oh, I do have some inspiration from a card, but that was like snowflakes and stuff. This is just a simple card though, but I kind of love it. I have a stamp set. Where did I just put that? Oh, right here. Really old stamp set right here that I want to use this Santa with, and it's literally just going to be, here we go, let's see if I can show it to you guys. There we go. This Santa that I want to put down in the lower corner, but have this in the back, but I want this to be embossed, I think on red. I'm gonna try. I don't know. I've never really done stenciling with embossing and all that good stuff, but we're gonna try. And probably do a little bit of ink resist. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and play with things. I am definitely gonna put you on a voice record because, again, I haven't even tried this out yet. I'm literally just hitting record and seeing what I can do. So that's what we're gonna do here. I won't have to do all of this. Probably, I won't need to do all of this. But we're gonna see what we can do here. I think it'll be fun. All right, well, welcome to my first card making video. I know. I've made a few lives before, but never anything like, an actual video for it. But I had a lot of fun here. I am using a stencil by Papertrey ink, and then a stamp set by Neat and Tangled, which doesn't look like it's in business anymore. I can't really I can find things on Pinterest, but I can't find the store. Maybe I'm not looking in the right places. I'll keep on looking and see if it's up there, but it's from 2016. A lot of my stamp sets I get from buy sell trade sites, because it's an expensive hobby. And I just can't keep on paying $20 something per stamp set all the time. So if I find cute cheap ones on buy sell sites, I pick them up. So anyways, I loved the stencil and I wanted to use it as the background, and I didn't want to do a tone on tone thing. I really wanted it to pop a little bit more, so I did find some inspiration on Pinterest. She used a penguin and some snowflakes and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can kind of do that. So just use my embossing ink there with some white embossing powder. I'm now just cutting down the card because I did not cut it down before. I just decided not to, I guess. I don't know. To my A2 size. I'm going to actually cut it down even further here soon or later, but for right now, A2 size. Then I definitely wanted to ink those edges. So we are using a lumberjack red ink and then black soot, of course. Black soot I absolutely have to get the re-inker of black soot. That needs to be my next purchase because this black soot is used so much, even though there's tons of ink still probably in here, but I can see where soon I'm going to be needing that. So I did the outside. White embossing will resist the ink, and you'll see here in a minute where I'm just going to use a towel and wipe that right there. We go. We're just going to wipe that clean and bam, that white just comes right back. I love it. I did have to wipe it a few other times just because I probably didn't wipe hard enough or something along those lines. But I love how that looks. I'm actually going to probably do this again tonight and do the whole thing. I do probably need like a dauber in order to get this exactly like for the stencil. I have the little, foam ones, but I think a dauber would work better to get in there. All right, so we are just using this one. It is super simple. I love this little Santa bringing in the Christmas tree. He's like, Christmas is here, guys. I love this. So I need to use more of this stamp set. Just using my alcohol markers. I do have the Spectrum Noir brush tips, and I only have one set of these. So I swear, as soon as this channel hopefully gets monetized here soon, so if you, just a shameless plug, if you are not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. And if you are, I very much appreciate you. If you could hit that like button, that thumbs up button, I would so appreciate it. But because I do want to invest in more alcohol markers, but oh gosh, they're just so expensive. I know the Ohuhu ones are a little bit cheaper, but it's like I don't know if they don't come in like packs, like where I love like the Spectrum Noir ones like come with a dark, medium, and light, even though I don't necessarily agree all of the time with their blends. It works decently, at least. Like, you can get it to work. It's not always my favorite blend, but you can get it to work. Whereas the Ohuhu, I'm going to butcher that 1.5 million times. Like, I feel like they just come with a bunch of random colors, and then you have to put the blends together. And I'm just like, yeah, I just don't think that I have that mental capacity yet. So, all right, just using my cool gray marker. I did just go get this one from Hobby Lobby, and I went into Hobby Lobby and just kind of like filled in a few spots where my Spectrum Noir ones didn't have like the grays, like the cool grays. I got a few more like pale ones for like skin colors and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm using there. This one, yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, guys. I did not know that when I would put my head in, it would mess up my camera. I didn't mean to do that. I probably should have taken it off of this white, my fake Misty, because then it might have done it a little better. But all right, blended out that brown base to the tree. Again, guys, I'm probably gonna use this stamp set. Oh, my son brought me down a Christmas tree, Little Debbie snack. He was sitting next to me playing games on my computer, and he was like, I want a snack. I'm like, you better go get those Christmas trees before your brother eats them all. And he's like, oh, yeah. So he ran up and got me one. My oldest went to the store and got the huge ones. I didn't even know that they were these big. I thought he was getting he thought he was getting a box with extra, and it ended up being a box with the huge Christmas trees in it, not just extra ones of them. So it's kind of funny, but he was dying for those. So I was like, yeah, let's get a box. It's time to start, right? All right, so yes, so I am using the dark red marker. I was seeing how much I am saturating that paper. This is just an 80 weight, Nina White paper. Even though I'm not loving the non-whiteness of this paper, I feel like it's not white at all. Unfortunately, sometimes when I just buy cards, and the whites are so contrasting. If I am doing a border, I cannot use this paper. So I have been starting to cut down my Nina paper into card bases too. I have enough of it. I should just do it instead of using the Michaels. So, but this is a perfect Christmas red, this dark red. I was just trying to get a different type of red and got a few reds from Hobby Lobby. I did not like the way that those blended with the blend markers. So we might try that again later. Try some different blends, but didn't love it. All right. He is going to be just on this white paper, so I did want to give him a little bit of a shadow so that he's not just floating there. So I used my cool gray marker again to do that, and then I was like, oh, whoops, I forgot his little belt. So I went back in and did his belt. All right, so now that I did not do that whole paper as you've seen before, because this little guy is going to live in the corner, I was going to use my Snow Hill die from one of my die kits to cut that out. And then I was like, yeah, it's just not giving me what I'm looking for. So yeah, I'm just going to take my scissors and go with it. I probably could have penciled it out a little bit, but you know what? I was just like, we're just going to go for it. We're going to go for it. And we're not going to think about it. We're just going to cut it. We're just going to cut it. That took a lot of encouragement right there. We're just going to cut it. And it worked out perfect. I loved it. All right, so here I am. I'm trying to figure out if I want a border. I really did want like a red border or something. I don't know. I just feel like it wasn't quite popping. And then I did look back on the design-ish that I was going off of, and I realized that what that person did was it was a whole sheet of white paper, and she put that top paper on top. So it made it look a little different. It's no big deal. Like I said, I'm just creating and going to make the best of it. So in the end, I don't think I do it on video, but I do add a dash line. I'm not even sure if I take a picture of the dash line. I do add a dash line just to make it a little bit better. And then also I ended up putting some sparkles on his white, fur part of his little suit there. Stamped out "'Tis the Season" from this set. Loved that. And that is really going to be the only sentiment on the front of this. I felt like the ho ho ho. Oh, here we are. I am cutting my Nina White down. I felt like the ho 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 stencil in the background definitely was enough graphic words, I guess I should say. Here I am trying to figure out if I wanted a border. It didn't look great, so we're gonna scrap it. And now I've cut my card down too much, so we'll cut the base down. It's okay. Not all cards have to be the same size, guys. So like I wanted the white border behind the red, but then it looked weird. I don't know. It just looked weird. So we'll scrap it all and be like, no, we're just going to cut it down. It is what it is. Here I go, cutting all of this down. I was trying to figure it out. I was going to shift it all to the edge. I still didn't like that. It was just a bit of a mess. I could have probably popped it up on some foam and it would have looked better. I don't know. It's okay. And at the end, I loved the card, so it's all good. It's all good. Anyways, I think that my next card, I'm going to do the whole background, the ho 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 stencil embossed, and just put a Santa right in the middle, and call it good type thing. Call it Merry Christmas. So I think I'm gonna do a few with this stencil. This stencil is one of my favorites. So. All right, so now we are just gluing this down to my card base. Again, that is just the Nina White 80-pound cardstock. I do have the 110 too. I need to start pulling out. So I don't know. I feel like my Nina White cardstock is like a little yellowish. I don't know. I have no idea. Could be me. I'm not sure. All right, so I had to trim that down. I just used my craft knife so that I got a nice straight edge there, along with my acrylic block that was holding down everything else. A very non-dimensional card. That's okay. You don't need dimension in every one. And then I always get a good sentiment. I bought this stamp set purely for the inside. And for the inside sentiments because I like putting something on the inside of my cards. So I did do it a little off, but it's okay. And then I'm just using VersaFine. I need to get a new one of these. For some reason, my VersaFine has like little hairs all over it, so it's not the best, but it works. Just doing that twice, and then we're gonna wrap it up and call it good. I loved how this card came out. It honestly is probably a pretty easy one to mass produce too, other than the coloring, I guess. I mean, but if you're a good color and you can do it pretty fast, it probably works. So. All right, there she is in all of her glory. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you are new here, and I will see you in the next